The Republicans just passed the most devastating piece of legislation to ever come through Congress. It's an absolute betrayal of our values as a nation, of American democracy, of the American people. It is a bill that sells out all of us to give a giant tax break to the billionaires, while it balloons our deficit trillions of dollars, while it deprives at least 17 million Americans of their health care, while it deprives hungry children of food assistance and closes hospitals all across this country. That in and of itself would be sufficiently heartbreaking and devastating for all of us to be processing without the addition of the tenfold expansion of the American Gestapo known as ICE that was stuck in this bill. I want to talk about this later today, but funding ICE to the tune of $150 billion-ish now makes it the third largest military law enforcement. It's not real law enforcement. It's Donald Trump's personal secret police, which acts as if they're outside and above the law in the entire world, right? Comes in third after the United States military and China's military. ICE is now funded at a higher level than the Russian military. And that secret police is operating within the United States, terrorizing communities across the country, terrorizing Americans all over this country. Our own tax dollars are being used to inflict a reign of terror on all of us, and it's about to get 10 times worse. Let's remember that the blame lands solely on the shoulders of the Republicans. They did this to us. All of the suffering that is going to come from this bill, 100% is on the shoulders of Republicans. They inflicted this on us. This was not a necessary bill. This did not need to happen. Everything that they are doing was 100% optional. They have chosen to do this to us. And at the end of the day, they must be made to experience the backlash effect for what they have done now. Now, I want to get into this more in great detail, but maybe not in this video, because I don't know about you, but I am still actually processing everything that has happened. I don't actually like to make videos immediately reacting to bad news if I feel that my emotions are really escalated, both because I don't want to say something that is incorrect, right? I don't want to respond when my emotions are really high and I'm not capable of engaging with particularly rational thought. But also because I feel as somebody with a large platform, I need to be careful. I have a responsibility to my audience to not demoralize you, to not drag you down because my feelings are all over the place. I have an obligation to my audience to not put my emotions all over you all, to put my distress all over you and ask you to manage it for me. So oftentimes that means I will take a break and I will pause and I will spend some serious time processing a news story before I'm willing to talk about it. That can often mean I delay covering a subject for 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 days. I don't think I will take that long here because there was a lot of anticipatory processing about how bad this bill was going to be if it was pushed through, which is why it was so important for us to fight it, and also why it is so important for us to organize now. But I don't actually feel that I'm in a great headspace to be talking about that at the moment. And it's okay if you're not either. In fact, I want to take a moment and just read for you. I did a little journaling on this where I was trying to make a list of what I feel and what I know is true. I was trying to journal out, words or phrases that accurately describe what is happening in my head, in my heart, and my emotions, and also accurately describe what is happening in the world right now. Making a conscious choice to feel my feelings and to process them, but also not to catastrophize and to try and ground myself in reality while I am working through the very big, overwhelming feelings that I'm having, and I'm sure you're having as well. So I just want to read this list to you, and then I think I'm actually going to go for a walk and go to the coffee shop with my kid and get a coffee and process a little bit more, maybe knit for a little bit, and then come back and cover the rest of my material that I want to talk about today. So bear with me, I want to read through my list. Maybe what I talk about here will be helpful for you, or maybe the process of journaling itself and getting your emotions on paper, your thoughts on paper, and kind of sorting them will be helpful for you because it's really overwhelming and everything feels like a big tidal wave, right? And taking some time to organize our thoughts and feelings can be really helpful. Okay, so here's my list. I said, it's okay to take time and process my feelings while realizing at the same time that feelings are not facts. I acknowledge that my feelings are really, really big right now. I'm scared, I'm sad, I'm outright terrified. I'm heartbroken. People will suffer and die because of what the Republicans have done today. I fear for the future of our country. I fear for my own future personally. I fear for the future of our immigrant neighbors. I fear for my children's future. My children did not deserve this. America's children did not deserve this. I said people are going to lose their health care. More people will be put into concentration camps. And those people do not have the luxury of quitting right now. For them, I also do not have the luxury of quitting, even if my feelings overwhelm me. I'm angry, I'm outraged, but I also don't know the future. We don't know what will happen next, and I can be part of deciding what will happen next. So can my neighbors, so can millions and millions of other people who care about democracy. I accept that the work we must do going forward must be done swiftly, and that work will be hard. Honestly, I don't want to have to do this work. I did not choose this. I did not choose this reality. I did not choose what time I was born into. I do not support the horrible things that are being done. I did not choose this, but I will also not accept it, and I have an obligation to fight against it. Cruel, callous people had a win today. Hatred and corruption advanced today in the United States. There are more cruel and evil people in this country than I once believed. I also trust that there are more good people who will not stand for what is happening now. Millions and millions of people are horrified by what the Republicans are doing. I know that I am not alone in my outrage. I know that I am not alone in my compassion. We find our way forward and out of this when we embrace our humanity and our compassion together. We all have a lot of work to do. We will have to sacrifice. We will have to sacrifice a lot more than I think people have been willing to accept up until now. Maybe this is the moment when more people are ready to take on the work that must be done. That work is worthy. At the same time, a clock is running. We are in a race against the authoritarians. The fascism clock is ticking down. They are trying to consolidate their power, and we must build a resistance that they cannot crush before they are able to do so. While we are in a race against them, I need to remember that they are also in a race against us, and we have an opportunity to level up and build up. At the end of the day, regimes do not last forever, and we see Trump and the GOP are overplaying their hand right now. Polling shows that Americans are already against virtually everything that Trump is doing. He is underwater on every single issue. 2/3 of Americans are opposed to what Trump and ICE are doing. 2/3 of Americans right now, even with all of the propaganda, want immigrants to be given a legal pathway to stay here and oppose Trump's deportation plan. Again, Trump and the GOP are overplaying their hand. How do we create maximum backlash for them from what they have done today and what they will be doing in the coming weeks and months? What they are doing is already deeply unpopular, and they are just getting started. So how do we use that to our advantage? While we must focus on a huge get out the vote movement, we must run effective opposition against the Republicans for the midterms. We also cannot wait for the midterms. It would be foolish to wait until 2026 to do something. I've been saying since January that we need a general strike, and I grow increasingly frustrated that we are not at a point to launch one yet. Instead of sitting in my frustration, what can I do to help move us forward? What can I do to help us organize? What can we all do to get to a place where we can successfully call for a strike? What can we do to build our power? Because the power of the people is greater than the people in power. Today feels really dark, but I will not give up. Instead, I will get busy because there is much to be done, much to hope for, and we all have a role to play now. So I encourage you to take some time. I'm going to go take some time and hang out with my kid, and I'll be back in a little bit.